Tshepo Letsebe is one of the many talented black South African golfers whose story is glaringly excluded from the history of the sport. Boasting 9 holes in one in a 49-year golfing career, the 59-year-old's dream to compete at the highest level was handicapped by the dark days of apartheid. His story, like many others, reminds us of the legends that reigned on the sports field pre-democracy. Khotso Sello has this Newzroom Afrika exclusive.
Tshepo is a golfer in and out, and I met him through golf, and we've been golfing friends for donkey years. I don't want to say the number of years because I might just reveal my age.
Someone from the dusty streets of Alexandra who could have gone astray, but he was able to make it into what he is. And that's a success story, and that is something that we should all be proud of. But it doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you're determined to succeed in life, you will succeed. And I think this is a lesson that our youngsters should learn from, so that they can refrain from the wrongdoings that they're doing in the township.
Golf, golf, golf. Tshepo is an astute golfer. He plays very well. He's been playing for a while, and I think he's happiest when he finds himself firstly tying his shoes at home, putting on his socks, and getting dressed in black and coming to play golf. So this is his home.
I was at the age of 19 and I finished my matric, and my mom wanted me to be an attorney, so I disappointed my mom. But the good thing is that my daughter became an attorney. She's an attorney now. Through the influence that my mom wanted me to be an attorney, I said no. I went into construction, and I was influenced by Dr. Ivan Khoza, who I regard as my parent. He played a father. He even plays a father figure role. Mona. We've done a lot of development. Go Diploof extension, Meko Para Mall. I was involved. He transferred the skills to me. Then I went to the technical and I did construction science, and I've decided to open my construction business, Cat 2000. So my business started Cat 2000. When after 2000, I never got any time, but the only time when I made it, I was playing with a lady called Granny Seape. Granny Seape recognized the good play that I was. It was a golf day. Then she decided, no, she'll buy me a ticket. I must go and try it, go Asia. Then I came position 19. From there, I played golf very regularly because time does not allow me.
In 1958, a black golfer, David Modati, won a stroke play event at the non-white golf course in Bloemfontein. Modati, also known by his nickname Bobby Lock, after a famous white South African golfer, famously went on to caddy for Gary Player in the subsequent whites-only SA Open. Today, this event and Player is totally forgotten, and even less is known about the history of golf within South Africa's black communities. While golf in the white community for both men and women has been well documented, blacks are still largely excluded from the narrative. Robert Fall's Golfing in Southern Africa and the list of who's who in Southern African golf mentions no black golf club, association, event or person. Similarly, the Illustrated African Golfer, a golfing magazine published for a short period before the Second World War, omitted any reference to any black South African in the game. To this day, the only publication with a focus on early black golfers remains the pocket-sized booklet published in 1947 by Simon Malaza, Secretary of the Transvaal Bantu Golf Union. We minimalize, see a world of greens, prefer consorted solitude and simplicity. We cut and draw like weeding words and gaining more with fewer strokes.
59 years, 59 golfers, and 49 years of experience here golf. And also, I came number 19 years ago, in 2003. I came number 19 to Singapore. That was the Asian tournament here. If you can see, there's an Asian tournament in Lala. Then I started stopping from golf because of business activities they conduct. They wouldn't allow me. And social, I met different individuals from different walks of life, and we clicked, and now we became friends, and now we are family. Hence, I've invited everyone to come and celebrate with me.
The man's got nine hole-in-ones. He's an avid golfer. So Lynn and I also take information from him as a young golfer myself, as an amateur golfer.
Tshepo is a great golfer, if I can tell you that. For that matter, we've been playing golf together for those years under the club ambassadors, and he has actually won a number of good prizes, I must say.
In 1996, I won the club champs Houghton. In 1984, before that, I made it hole-in-one. In 1984, my first hole-in-one was in 1984. My second hole-in-one was in 1990. Then all the nine hole-in-ones I have, from 84 until 2000. The last one I missed. Nerlala Golf Day, SANDF, General Shock, Kopulukwani 2020, I missed in the short of the hole. That was the 9 hole-in-ones.
Golf is a funny sport. I mean, you've got this assortment of sticks and this tiny little ball whose goal is a small hole hundreds of yards away. And in between the two are a few obstacles. In fact, there's a whole treacherous landscape. But I'm obsessed with the swing. Mainly, the mental process involved with bringing it down. Fear, doubt, confidence. It all plays a part in it. And a hope that you've swung well when it finally hits. Bear in mind, of course, that this all happens in less than a second. But the reward or disaster comes immediately after. By that I mean during the upswing. That's when the golfer sees the trajectory of the ball as a result of all their prior feelings. I've never even played golf, really. I just like it as a simile. By that I mean how it applies metaphorically. There's a lot of depth there, especially with the upswing.
Golf was a very unpopular sport because it was very unpopular, but there are those blacks that were very passionate about golf. I know a lot of senior players that were very senior to me, and they never took it any further because we were less privileged in terms of traveling. We would maybe from those golfers, we would have produced people like Tiger Woods, So because of coming from a previously disadvantaged individual, so it's hard to play forward. We were restricted from other areas to enter, like the pro shop, you wouldn't enter. Halfway house, you have to sit outside. And we were 3 players, but I was very regular, more golful. I was the first member. I would like to believe, or I was the first black member go Houghton Golf Club. And the second member was our president, Cyril Ramaphosa. He was also playing about 1990. And those were the 3 members in Lala Golf go Houghton.
Was he any good?
It's a story for another day.
History of golf is personified in this man. In that he's the only player I know, only closest friend, with 9 holes in one. The only black player I know who won a club championship. Those days, that era of apartheid, this man's championship was given at the parking lot. That's how good this man is. He beat the likes of any else. And I looked up to him. He still hits the ball further.
If Tshepo was born now, I mean, we would be going to the Masters to watch him. You know, and if some of the pros don't hit the ball like he does. You know, but because of circumstances under which he was born, you know, then he couldn't become a professional golfer. I mean, his first hole-in-one was at the Houghton course. You know, it tells you that these guys thought they grow up with golf sticks in their hands. Here's a guy from Alex comes in and shows them how golf is supposed to be played.
The only thing that can open your doors is being humble. Being humble will open every door, barefoot, winter. Here go water 14. And I would share it with our tourists. And that tourists made a difference for her. To my mom and Arika. The first club. First pair of shoes, he wore a garsekile shopping and a little Dr. Ivan was until we speak on very regular occasion. And being mentored by him is not easy. You cry and think this man hates you. And when you get home, you realize, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that and go and apologize. Even now, he still shouts.
So he's still.
At the age of 15, I had everybody talking about me. There's a guy called Norman Mashaba. He's a resident at Proyako Blue Valley. He was the oldest by 3 years more now. And I used to hit the ball very far, further than them. And I realized, oh no, golf is my game and it's in me, because I even competed in more competition in saying and in winner all along, but it wasn't something. It was my hobby and it was my talent, but I couldn't take it forward because the privilege, the background in it.
Tshepo Letsebe is one of the many black South African golfers whose name in the sports' history books are glaringly missing. Letsebe boasts 9 hole-in-ones from different courses in the country and has wiped the floor with many white professional golfers who went on to make names for themselves on the PGA Tour. Born in Alexandra Township in 1963, the odds of making it were heavily stacked against him, a challenge he was more than willing to tackle. Golf at the elite level was lily white in the dark days of apartheid, but the barefooted 9-year-old caddy at Modderfontein Golf Club, motivated by Vincent Chabalala, who finished tied for 56th at the US Open in 1977, never looked back after swinging his first club.